We would love you guys have your cameras on. Please, 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 cameras on. There's a huge and trouble is in the room. John, what's up, John? There's a huge correlation of like people that like show up. I always say show up, go up. So like if you show up, you're present, you're paying attention, you're gonna get more out of this. And actually going forward, I think Bryce, we talked about going forward, like future trainings like we do, it's gonna be a requirement. You're on camera. Otherwise, you might get the boot because we want people that are taking this action and running with it. So we're not gonna be hard on that today. However, let us see those beautiful faces. Like we want to see you guys. We want to see the users out here. So let it put on a little makeup. Hey, go for it, man. If that's what you got to do, turn up. You got the Zoom filter thing. Turn it on. Just scroll it all the way up. Let it do your makeup for you today. So I will give it actually, so you go with 2 more minutes. We'll let people come in for 2 more minutes and then we'll get. Okay. All right, guys. So 1:05, we will get started here.
This is so cool. Oh my gosh. This is awesome.
Yeah, Bryce, they like you, man. You got a crowd coming.
What a community this guy
got some pull.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Mr. Closebot himself. This is awesome.
Oh, they're showing up for you.
We don't know. We won't ask. So that way we can both have our egos inflated here. So I don't want to find out everybody came for you. So. All right.
There's Joey.
Yeah, Joey's in here. Tanzilla is here. I hope I'm not messing this.
I'm working and I'm showing up.
Hey, you're working, but you're showing up.
Awesome.
Let's get it.
I love this.
That. Domingo. I ain't seen Domingo in a couple weeks.
Been a while.
Let's go. Heck yeah. Edwin's in here. Gerald, Jeff. Hey, my man wins the best name award there. Jeff Bayer. Good name, man. Good name. John's in here.
Our family is here.
Oh man, let's go. We got 30 people. All right, like less than 60 seconds, guys. Bryce is gonna take it away. We'll get going here. Again, if you're just now showing up, we would love to see you guys on camera. So please turn those cameras on. I see a lot of you guys have cameras, so this is freaking awesome.
Yay.
Hey, we got some pluses in the comments. Let's go, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, if you guys turn on those cameras, like I said, going forward, we are gonna introduce a new thing that we've learned from some other mentors. Got to have the camera on. We're not gonna enforce it in this one, but we do encourage turning your cameras on. Going forward, future trainings, we're going to boot people that ain't got the camera because we want people paying attention, here to learn, here to implement. And it's not for me. It's not for Bryce. It's for y'all. Like, it's for your guys' benefit. So
a little freebie today. A little freebie today.
Get it.
I count this is the first step toward becoming a high-level promoter. Like the top cream of the crop, they're going to have their camera on. So get rolling.
Let's get it. Awesome. Bryce, take it away, man. It's your show. Let's go.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. As you know, I'm Bryce, founder of CloseBot, but I want to make this more about these guys. Plus, we have Jeff and Charles. I met them not long ago, and they quickly rose to the top of the ranks in our promoter leaderboard, and they really made a name for themselves in the CloseBot group. So a lot of people are wondering, like, how can I do that? Whether that be in the CloseBot group or another group of a product you want to promote, doesn't matter. These are the people to learn from. So go ahead and introduce yourself, what you've done, why they should listen.
Hey, go ahead, and I'll let you start, Mr. Bot Daddy. Since everybody knows you as the Bot Daddy, go for it.
I was going to say that. So my name's Charles, aka apparently they gave me the nickname as Bot Daddy because I stare at a screen pretty much all day and build bots with CloseBot. It's absolutely amazing. The whole affiliate thing obviously meeting Bryce and like really just loving the product, like absolutely loving the product and being able to sell it to actual businesses and understanding that if everybody had this like as a tool that they could resell it and sell it and like make money from it as well and help other businesses. So,
and just to recap, how long have you been doing this whole marketing thing?
6 to 8 months. Something like that.
What were you doing before this?
I was like working construction.
And we all know that's a prerequisite to like crushing the affiliate game or making bots, right?
Yeah.
I just want to. How old are you?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And I'm 22 years old.
Okay, 22 years old. So I love like introducing him first because like I want to give a good example. Like this man came from doing like physical hard labor, construction to 22 years old. Like we have, I guess, the privilege of being like top affiliates in CloseBot, which is awesome. But we've been doing a lot of affiliate stuff like in some other groups as well. If you guys are familiar with High Level, which I'm sure everybody is, I got my start there. I think I was like their 785th customer. She said, "You're a baby." It's funny.
Okay.
785th customer with High Level. So I was there when it was getting its start, much like CloseBot is starting to pick up that momentum, but at a faster pace, which is really cool. So for those that don't know me, quick summary. My name is Jeff Lopez. I started an agency journey like you guys back in 2019. Well, actually 2018, I started trying to get clients.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months of literal blood, sweat, and tons of tears, trying to figure out how to make money online. learned how to do that, built a $100,000 a month business from a couch in my grandparents' basement within 6 months. Had to get a tool like High Level so I could automate things. And then I've signed up some of the biggest people in High Level. We just crossed over $250,000 in affiliate commission from High Level that I don't even touch. I literally set it up to go straight to my mom's account. So I retired my mom. I bought her dream minivan. And again, the money's cool, but it's just like being able to align yourself with a good product and good company. Like, again, that's why I love CloseBot. These tools are just amazing. Like, I didn't build them, but it's like, if we can help people be successful with them, just like we were. And, you know, if you're coming from like where he came from, or you're coming from like where I came from, we just want to let you know you guys can do it. And we're going to share our secret sauce of how to build a business one way or another. So.
Yeah, I love it. That's why you should listen. You guys know what they're talking about. I listen too. Like, these guys have weight behind them. So if you have the workbook, make sure to get that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a workbook on the event. You can click it, download it, follow along. I'm going to share what it looks like right here. The first page, you'll see these beautiful faces. Next page, action items. We're going to have 3 different sections: giving away value, solving problems, and continued value. This is where you log the due date and thing you want to do for each of these sections to become the best promoter possible. Okay, so let's dive into it.
Let's get
First section, giving away value. Now, this is important. I want to really emphasize this is free value. First, we're going to find the audience that needs you, problems you see, and ideas on how to help. Again, free value. And I saw this firsthand with Jeff in our CloseBot group. So Jeff, take it away. Tell him how you did this step.
Let's get it. So first off, guys, so I just put the Canva link in the chat here. I do want this to be interactive. Like, I want to see your guys' faces, but also the best mastermind communities that myself, Charles, are a part of. Like, we actually are doing work. Like, we have these workbooks. Bryce is in some other great masterminds and mentorships where you know, they're doing the same type of thing. So again, there's a direct correlation of like doing the work, getting it done while you're on here, not putting it off and like, you know, oh, I'll get to it when I can. So I just really want to stress that, because we're paying a lot of money to be in masterminds, and they make us do little workbooks like this. At first, long time ago, I used to think that was like cheesy. Like, oh, whatever, I'll do it later. I never did it later. But when I started doing it on the call, it forced me to think fast, write down stuff, and then actually implement.
Yes.
Real quick, I just want to touch too. Like, we started a SaaS company back in October, and we didn't do anything with it for like 3 months. We were sitting here trying to get everything perfect, trying to get everything perfect. As soon as we started setting like action plans and deadlines, we started actually making some progress, and that's what led to us really just kind of exploding overnight, is what it feels like. And Bryce, I do want to ask a question. Remember, like, when we had you down, like, we didn't know anything about CloseBot. It just happened to be like a pure stroke of luck and the universe like aligning. You were here, learned how to use it, and I was like, hey man, like, you mind if I like just give as much as I can in the freaking group? Like, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to close a $15,000 deal, and I'm going to show everybody for free exactly how I did it. Do you remember when I like kind of forecasted this whole thing?
You didn't even think about how you were going to make money off it. You had no idea. That didn't even enter your head, making money. You're just like, I'll figure it out later, but I know value comes first.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy because like we forecasted this whole thing, and we just knew that like the key to being successful with any of you guys is provide as much value as possible. You guys listen to any internet marketer guru person, Alex Hormozi is the first to tell you, like, give as much value, give until people start asking you, you know, can I pay you for this? And, you know, whether you do it that extreme or really just try to like find people to, you know, in your shoes 2 steps ago, 10 steps ago. And that's really kind of what we look at. So, you know, when we're looking at this worksheet here, like, just picture like who your audience can be. And I love that. Again, I always reference a lot of the people that we're learning from. We just joined a big mastermind with Russell Brunson. And, you know, he's like, the person you're serving is typically the person, you know, a year ago that you were, or the person you were a year ago, or the person you were 5 years ago. So, you know, figuring out who your audience can be. Now, this can be done in one of 2 ways. Like, you could be going after a specific type of business owner. You could be doing what we did, is like, you know, we're not only selling it to business owners, we're looking at ourselves as like, dang, why did it take us so long to get started? Like, oh my God, I wish we had this. And we're starting to work on providing those resources, but our audience is agency owners just like us. A lot of you guys, and actually, can you guys raise your hand real quick? I want to look at the camera. Like, how many of you are agency owners on here? Like, can I get like a hands up if you guys are like agency owners starting or like trying to get one started? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a lot of like hands popping up. This freaking awesome. So again, like, we were once in your shoes. We're still in your shoes. We're doing this. We're in the trenches. We got more hands coming. That's awesome. And we're really just trying to help as best we can because we know how hard it is to start and grow anything new. You could have the latest, greatest things in sliced bread, which I truly believe CloseBot is that thing. It is an incredible tool that Bryce and the team have done just a wonderful job building. But you know, knowing how to use it and actually selling it are two different things. So like our audience, we're trying to find agency owners that are, you know, trying to get this thing off the ground, trying to make their first, you know, $1,000 sale, trying to build some recurring revenue, trying to build, you know, close a 5K deal. I don't know if Utsav's in here or anybody that's like actually seen my 15K or me and Charles 15K breakdown. Have you guys like closed the deal because you watched that? I've seen a bunch of those comments, and like that's the type of value that we've decided. A lot of people. Okay, so people have seen this. Freaking awesome, man. Sorry, I get really excited.
Their audience is probably someplace different, right? Because they're an agency owner. Maybe they supply these services to a tattoo shop. You know, so their audience would be like, where do tattoo shop? Is there a Facebook group for that? Is there a school group for tattoo shop owners? Like, where does your audience live, and how can you like integrate yourself, become the face of that group?
Absolutely. And these are what he just said was like a freaking gold nugget. This is something we just taught on this past week was I want to give people a quick win. The fastest way to get somebody a quick win was like where are your people congregating. And I know you've heard this before if you're in marketing, like what Bryce said though is like, yeah, if you're serving the tattoo artist market, there's a Facebook group for that. I'm sure there's meetups for that. There's probably even like, I didn't know forums were still a thing, but the forums are still a thing on the internet. Like there's a lot of places you can go and find your pool of people. But again, so whether you guys are serving agency owners or you guys are serving these tattoo artists or real estate agents is a big one that I see. You can go into these groups and not like go in guns a-blazing, like I'm going to sell 1 million people 1 million things. And you want to go in there and like really truly try to solve these problems. And was it Craig Sear?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to shout out somebody like, so last week we talked about going into these Facebook groups and he was already doing it. Craig, and then there's another guy, Tracy. So they started going into these groups and just providing value, sharing some wins, sharing some excitement, not trying to sell anybody, but they saw like these problems that people were having and they started posting about things that could potentially solve these people's problems. But all they did was they did some recon is what we call it. They went through, much like we go through the CloseBot group. A lot of times when Bryce is making content, you're making stuff that are like frequently asked questions. It's like roadblocks or obstacles in people's way that's preventing them from getting to the next level, whether that's making a better bot, making one that's doing X, Y, and Z, or if that's, you know, whatever that is for your client. Maybe, you know, they're not following up with leads, which is how we get a lot of people that want to do AI in the first place.
Yeah. I want to add too, and this just came to me. I didn't think of this before. Not only like there's the audience there that needs help, but when you came into our group, I also needed help. And that's a good way to get in with the group too. You came in and you helped the group members, yeah. But you also said, hey, Bryce, what do you need? I don't need anything in return, but like, what do you need? And I was like, oh, okay, well, you could do some videos for our articles. And then that was an easy way for you to just, again, become the face. So look at the leader of that group as an audience member too, and see how you can help them. Again, no strings attached. Don't pitch them right away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing. So if you guys are taking this, like and taking notes, like again, write down potential audience. Like that could be 2 or 3 different audiences you could put on this thing, and then write down the problems you're seeing for those. Thing I saw with like, and I don't like calling anything problems, but Bryce didn't necessarily have problems. He was just so focused on building a great product. I was like, oh my gosh, like these support articles, they're written by developers. Like I don't know what these things mean. Like, so it was like, you know, can we, you know, help kind of break this stuff down? And again, go into this like relationship, like with no expectation in return. Like I saw a great product, a great guy. When I met Bryce, I was like, man, like this guy makes me excited about this business because he's not out here for the buck. He's out here to build a great tool that simplifies people's lives. And when we saw that, it was like, man, how do we help you move this thing forward? Like, I truly believe this product needs to be in everybody's hands. What can we do to help get that in more people's hands? And that's the way you guys need to look at it. So whether that, like the example Bryce gave, is that tattoo artist and they do great work. And maybe like I have tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos. My tattoo is a story of my life on my arm. And it's very meaningful to me. There's a lot of people out there. So again, like think of the problems. You're a tattoo artist. They may be trying to make a buck, but you got the tattoo artists out there that love inking people's stories on their art. And how do they serve more people? What's going to get them out to more people in the universe to do business with them? Same thing with real estate agents. How do they close more properties? How do they talk to more people before they go down and talk to some other real estate agents? So just start categorizing all this stuff. And you can do it very, very easily with social media tools. So you find your audience, search that, and just change the section over to groups in Facebook. And it sounds very rudimentary, but I taught this like literally, was it last Monday or this?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
Monday. And within the same day, I had Tracy, he had literally 4 people that scheduled demo calls with him. He was just providing value, and people reached out. It's like, hey, you know, what does this thing do? Can I talk to you about this? And he's like, crazy thing is, Jeff said, sell without selling. He's like, I just provided value and people booked calls. Craig Sears, another example, booked 3 calls literally in a day, just providing value. You know, people sense that blood and or shark and blood infested waters, like when a salesperson's coming after trying to sell something, and they resist it. However, that guy that's in there just raising his hand, like, oh, you have this problem? Well, what if you just did this? Oh, here's how we solve that problem. And it's very non-invasive. It's very non-threatening. And it's just genuine. Like when you genuinely want to help people, people gravitate toward that. And that's actually, I don't know if anybody's on this call. When I was getting my start back in 2019, I had a lot of questions. I had no clue how to run ads. I didn't know anything about freaking marketing and Facebook, all that stuff. I was learning it as I went, but it was being in communities where these people provided massive value that made me gravitate toward them, that shortcutted my journey to success. So there are people that are that for you, but just know that you can be that for other people. This man was literally working construction 8 months ago, and now they call him the freaking bot daddy, which is still weird to say, but it's like, you know, he's just done so much helping that, you know, now he knows how to solve problems because you asked and he answered a lot of times. So, so again, ideas on how to help. So again, this can be providing tips on how to close more deals. One thing we're doing, just so you guys know, if you guys see me in any Facebook groups, you'll notice we're testing out what I would call hooks, but non-salesy hooks. We're posting things like, just helped another, you know, chiropractor, just helped another med spa book an extra 18 appointments last month with AI. Absolutely freaking insane. Or posting a win from our clients. You know, she's not here. She just left. So we got a clinic down the street. We implemented AI for her business. And she said it was the coolest thing ever. At like 5 a.m. in the morning, she was at the gym working out, and the AI had booked an appointment for her. We made a post about, I love hearing client wins like this. She literally was able to work out for the first time in months, and her business was, you know, still running smoothly without her. AI booked another appointment or something. Again, there's a difference. You know, we are trying to attract people that, you know, have questions about this stuff, but we weren't doing it in a salesy way. We're just bragging about and showing general excitement for what we do. But you guys can go into these Facebook groups. You'll notice that I'm posting, but I'm also searching terms. Like if I go into a car detailing Facebook group, I'm searching AI, artificial intelligence, booking bot, chat bot. Yeah, exactly. And that was a huge one. You can go back years, and I will drag up a freaking comment from 2019 and I will comment on that. Like, hey, did this get answered? Like 5 years later. But you can do stuff like that to just start creating, you know, excitement again. And you're going to start to see, when you start searching these terms, you're going to find a trend. People don't necessarily always use the search bar. A lot of people ask the same question over and over again. You'll start to see a frequency pattern of, oh my gosh, this question is answered 10 times. Maybe I should make some very valuable content around this piece, whether that's a word post, a screenshot, a video, whatever you can do and get away with in that group without being salesy. And that's the key. If you're not salesy, you can get away with a lot. If you're salesy, you'll probably get the boot, or, you know, you'll get flamed in the comments. But so super easy ways to go, you know, go and do this stuff. So, and Bryce, on ideas on how to help, I just want to make sure like I kind of touched on all those different things. I mean, that can be, I don't want to give away to the next slide, but
it doesn't even have to be related to what you want to do. Just, you want to provide so much value, even if AI is your service. Like, helping people doesn't have to be just about providing AI stuff, just to help the people. And then eventually when you come out with a service, even if you help them with something totally different, they'll know and trust you because you helped them with something in the past, and they'll be ready because they trust you. That's the point here, just to give away anything to build trust.
Can I add something? The way that I kind of got put in the position that I'm currently in right now is that, like you said, I've only been doing this for like 8 months. For the first 2 months, when I first started getting into CloseBot, I had so many questions. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just staring at a screen and clicking all the buttons and reaching out to Bryce every single day in his DMs. Don't ever do that. Go to support. But that's what I was doing. But that's what I was doing. And so I started to like write out all these questions that I was currently running into custom fields and all the small stuff. And I realized to myself, if I'm struggling with it, there's probably other people struggling with it. And it took me a while to learn like the nooks and crannies, just clicking the buttons. It's a lot easier now, right? Like you said, super awesome product. Love it. But yeah, I really just took that and ran with it. I was like, other people are probably going through the same thing I'm currently going through. Why not help? Like, why would I not provide the value? Because I did that. I learned how to do that by myself, and I wish somebody would have helped me. So why not help everybody else? That's just how I saw it. So, yeah.
Beautiful way of explaining that too. And not to beat a dead horse here, like another example, like if you guys are in high level, you'll notice that a lot of times, like I'll comment on the AI stuff. I really never go in like, you'll see like 20 people like, oh, use this, Russ, or this, that, Consolidator, Zappy Chat, you know, we're more along the lines like, oh man, this is the tool I use just because I can trust it. We just closed a 15K deal, you know, using this. And you may not have that example, but like the most engaged thing that I had was like, we just closed a 15K deal. Be happy to send you the Zoom call if you want to see how we're selling it or how we're positioning it. No strings attached, had over 150 comments on multiple posts. People still hit me up for that thing. But again, I'm just sharing what we did. And it's like, these are things that like people withhold because they want to have the secret sauce to themselves, or on the flip side, they don't think it's that cool that anybody would want to see it. But you know, people like you might have a question that is super simple in your eyes, and sometimes people are afraid to even ask those questions. So even if you start answering simple questions, you're going to be looked at more as the expert. Bryce, you made a fantastic point about it doesn't have to be specific to what you're doing. If you're a helping hand, people resonate toward that. They gravitate toward that because everybody needs a helping hand. If you can just reach out your hand and pull somebody up to the next level with you, they're going to remember that. And then when you are promoting something or you are pushing or talking about something else, they will come to you. I made a post on my personal page the other day about a thing we're doing in the agency world. I had like 5-6 doctors comment on there. Like, doesn't talk anything about doctors. Like, these are clients of mine that have just seen me help in other areas. And no matter what I do, they're commenting. Like, I could talk about rodeo and, you know, we got a new horseback, you know, riding club or whatever. And they would probably still comment. Like, but it's just because we provide such value to our docs. You know, they love us, we love them. Same type of thing. So you guys can do this in many different ways. So let me skip here. We probably went over this slightly, but I love when Bryce broke this down into like kind of categories. So these are a few ways.
Let me go into this.
Oh, go ahead.
So 3 different categories where people make money: products, experiences, services. Now let's pretend for a second that you guys aren't going to have your own stuff that you pitch. You know, you're not going to do bot builds. You're not going to do anything. You just want to be a promoter. Think of things in each of these categories that you could promote. Again, ignore what you plan to do to make money actively. Pretend you're just a promoter. Think of services you can promote that have affiliate programs, experiences, you know, high level. I bet if you reached out to them and said, hey, if I get people to sign up for your booth packages, would you give me a portion of that? Like, all of these you can be promoters in. I filled some of them out for you. Obviously, CloseBot, high level events, Extendly. Those are all areas where you could pitch it and make money. So this is the brainstorming session, becoming a promoter. Why don't you guys, Jeff and Charles, go into this and what things you've promoted?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we love this. And again, thank you, Bryce, for CloseBot and the team, because like you provided such great opportunities. So I always tell everybody like I'm a dumb nerd. And what I mean by that is like I like to think of myself as a nerd. I geek out over this marketing stuff. I love cool software, but I'm not Bryce. Like I don't know how to code. It might be best that way, but like I just can't do the typing of the thing and actually create something cool. But I can stand behind something cool and embrace it as if it was my own. So like, you know, the products for us, you know, a lot of you guys in here, like you've probably signed up with our affiliate code. And that was just because we wholeheartedly believed in this product. So, you know, we're solving problems not only for agency owners and business owners, we're solving problems for pretty much 360. So, I mean, a business owner is a very different need than an agency owner, but like the tool CloseBot, that solves a problem for business owners because it follows up with their leads. The problem that it solves for agency owners is your clients don't leave you because they're not following up with leads. We can solve multiple problems with those things. Go High Level, great platform. Again, and actually, I just wanted to share this so you guys know, like I wasn't joking. So I just hit Mission Specialist 3, $252,000 in affiliate revenue. Not saying that to brag. I wish I, you know, had that and go blow it at the mall or something. I give it to my mom. I wanted to make sure she's good, so she gets that every month. But Again, we just align ourselves with a product because I'm not capable of making a product. And until that day comes, I have a team that, maybe that's what we do later, but I just align myself with those products. Now, we got started with services. How'd that get started? Because that was you, to be honest. Like, I didn't do a lot of the servicing of stuff.
Well, I just wanted to also add in there as far as like products, we also only promote stuff that we actually believe in. I just want to put that out there. Like that is super huge.
Yeah.
Like it
It's a
doesn't
trust
matter.
thing.
It's a trust
They
thing.
need
Like
to trust you. Remember, it's
absolutely.
the audience. It's for your audience. They trust you.
Absolutely. Like it didn't. They could have been giving us 100% of the revenue or whatever that looks like. I don't care if the product isn't good, I'm not promoting it. And again, we actually got to meet Bryce in person. He actually helped us, walked us through it, and like provided so much support. And it was like this product actually works. A great community. Like, why would I not promote this? Like, that's the question I was asking myself when I would get on calls and like help people out. Like, why would I not try to save you some money and be able to help you get this tool, which again, 360 is gonna in turn help business owners, help yourself. Like, it's a no-brainer at that point. So again, the point is you have to believe and like actually trust that product before you can promote anything. So I just wanted to add that there. As far as services, like what else are we promoting in regards to that? What do you mean?
Well, so we not only did we get our start with CloseBot, we went pretty fast, like from zero to top affiliate in CloseBot. And again, I don't hope nothing I say like comes off as a brag. It's like, but Charles kind of hit the nail on the head. Same thing with Bryce. It's like we just believed in the product so well. Like it was like, if we truly believe that everybody on planet Earth, if you're running a business, needs this product, then there's no reason for us to not tell everybody about it. And when you can align yourself with these types of people, I mean, we didn't know much about CloseBot when we met Bryce, but then we were talking to him, we're like, oh my God, we get it. Like this thing is amazing. And it's like, he's like, yeah, I know, like I built it. Like, but we were like, is there like, how can we make money? He's like, oh, we have an affiliate thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. So I was like, okay, let's sign up for our links. And if I truly believe everybody needs this, and I'm talking about it anyways, it's quick and easy to give a affiliate link and start being rewarded monthly. And, again, it might start off slow, like, making a small percentage of what you're making. But if you truly believe in something, you use it and you're telling people about it, that stuff starts to add up and it starts to snowball. And now that's like, those turn into massive avalanches, from a baby snowball. The more you do it, the more you're talking about it. That then turned into us promoting a service. So we promoted a product that was not ours. We don't have any products that are ours. We're always promoting products that are not ours. As long as we use them, we believe in them. That turned into a service now because we're signing all these people up, and then they had all the same questions and not necessarily issues, but just obstacles. Like me, I'm like that old dog you can't teach new tricks to. I'm stuck in my ways. So like it took this young whippersnapper, Mr. 22 years old here, to learn CloseBot and like go through the struggles to how do I do these custom fields? How do I, all the stuff in the beginning. It's much easier now. It's much, a lot simpler times these days. But anyways, he was learning all this stuff. But then he had all these things that he went through, and he was like racking his mind. And I'm like, you're the tech guy right now, figure it out. But he figured it out. And then when we were signing people up with CloseBot, we noticed they started having the same questions. So then we started providing the service, which turned into, preferred partners. Now there's what, 5, 6, I don't know how many preferred partners there are, Bryce. How many is there now? 7. Okay.
7.
So, and you guys got some freaking rock stars that's a whole service to where we offloaded some of the support tickets and some of the support work that CloseBot was doing so they can focus on making an even better product and just sliding ourselves in that position to, provide free value. Oh, go ahead.
Let's go to the next slide.
Oh, sorry.
It kind of goes into the next slide. So people need product experiences and services to be successful. They need all those things. You thought of examples for each one of those that you could promote above. But if you want to be active and make active money like these guys are, pick one that's going to be your source where you live. These guys live in services. They promote product experiences. Again, people need all of it to be successful. Your audience needs all of it. I've picked product. I offload services and experiences. I make money on services and experiences, even though I don't do those things. I make product. People need all of it. So check mark which one you're going to do, if any. And then think about, okay, you have your audience, you provided value, you have the other sources that you can promote, and then how are you going to lean into your continued value proposition? So again, guys, go into your services now, how you've really capitalized on that.
Absolutely. So, so again, started product. When we went to services, it was, again, people see us commenting, and Charles, again, when I say we, a lot of times the support stuff, Charles is my backbone when it comes to, he does all the tech at our business, but also he's the one answering a lot of these questions in there. So that turned into, okay, we'll answer these calls. You know, we do 20-minute support calls pretty much free for pretty much anybody that hops on, has questions. And then if they have more complex solution or more complex problems that need more complex solutions, that's where our services came into play. And that can be an hourly rate. That could be a flat fee building a bot for somebody to deploy for a client. And those became, you know, our core offerings was, okay, yeah, we'll help you troubleshoot this bot that you build. It's not doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, it's X amount per hour, and we'll hop on there. We'll troubleshoot this thing with you. And by the time you're done with this call, you're going to have a working bot and you're going to understand how to do it. Because we don't want to, you know, teach, you know, we want to, what is it? Don't give a man a fish, teach him how to fish. Same type of thing. So like when we're on these calls, we're trying to do it and walk through in a way that, you know, you get it. We're providing as much value as we can. But again, that became a big service. We were doing a lot of that. People were paying a lot of money hourly to, you know, solve these problems that they have. And that could have been a whole business on its own if we wanted to just strictly focus on that. So again,
it's different now though. Like, you started there, but then you realize like people need to know how to sell it.
Bam.
That's the real problem.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. And you guys have such experience in sales that you realize there's this other service where you're really needed.
And real quick before you like start, I wanted to say that was another huge thing that I was going to say earlier. Like we also have to be able to sell it. Like we have to believe in the product, trust it, be able to use it. But like, can we sell it? And can we sell it at high ticket before we tell anybody that, hey, this is an awesome product? So we made our first sale, and after we made our first like 3 or 4 sales, like, okay, yeah, like this is we're game time. Like everyone needs this. We knew that before, but we got to solidify, make sure that obviously it's profitable for us and it can be profitable for everybody else. So that was like a huge factor. Is like, okay, yeah, we could sell this. We need to teach people how to sell this and show people like you can sell this too. I promise you can.
It's funny because like when we were doing these support calls, it's like, yeah, we're getting these bots up and running and stuff. And it's like, we like to ask and know about our clients too. So we were asking, you know, oh, did you already sell this? Like, oh no, I'm trying to get this demo ready for this. And it's like, they're spending all this time, all this money, like tweaking things. And it's like, you're stuck in that perfectionist place where you want something that just like is, you know, we were building 3 bots that did the job of what one could do. You know, people are just overcomplicating things. And we found that people sometimes, a lot of times get stuck in the tech. So, you know, we were fixing these bots and then we just saw such an opportunity. It's like, oh, how much are you selling these for? It's like, oh, well, I'm trying to get my first client, or, oh, I'm selling it for a few $100, or, you know, I'm giving it away to, and we're like, oh my gosh, like this technology is so freaking life-changing for like human beings and businesses. Like you could be selling this. And that turned into us teaching more. He does a lot of like teaching how to build, but we also do a lot of teaching how to sell the product. Not only are we putting out the videos on us actually hopping on calls and closing clients. We've even started recently. We're hopping on side by side with some of our people that are in some of our groups. Like I think Joey Brown's on here. I won't share the details of the company, but we just hopped on with Joey a couple calls and we just pitched a 10K deal together. And it's all about just like showing you what's possible. Another, again, Utsav, and hopefully I'm saying his name correctly, but I hopped on a call with him recently and he said, just by seeing like that 15K close, it gave me the confidence to pitch a 5K deal. He's like, I closed my first 5K deal. So I really just want to show people what's possible out there, but that's another service that we then provided. Like we started hopping on with, you know, people and doing their sales calls. We started building scripts because not only did our sales team need those, but you know, we can't ask questions or interact with a client like Jeff if you can't pull what's out of his head. So we made this stuff and then we started providing that to people. So like, these are just more solutions. And a lot of people focus it around the actual tech or the doing of the thing and not like actually getting the client, because at the end of the day, nothing happens until a sell is made, and you can't grow a business if you're not making money. So teaching people how to position these properly, like how we're commanding $15,000. We just pitched a 30K deal. We haven't closed it yet, and I don't know that we will. However, we're very, very confident that, you know, in our abilities to even be able to quote these prices, but we're closing them like hotcakes at 2K, 4K, 5K. He just casually like pitched a 7K deal yesterday while we were shooting a video. Like feet were up on the desk. It was like the most confident conversation I've seen. And I just felt so proud because it's like a few months ago, it wasn't anything like that. Now it's like, yeah, just hopping on with little Rubik's Cube. Oh yeah, $7,000 once you take care of the onboarding fee. And it was just like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And we're seeing that more on a daily basis. So that's a lane we're really falling into, is teaching people how to sell these things. And it's easier and easier by the day. And the more people see it, like the more you guys see what is possible. I hate getting up here and like anybody feeling like, oh, it's because it's Jeff, he's confident, his camera looks good. I mean, you're taking these calls from your bedroom on your webcam. Like in
the library
with crappy internet,
literally like anywhere. I work from everywhere, so yeah.
Yeah, we've taken sales calls in a car. Like my phone's hooked on my little dash mount with you know, they're just seeing me driving in a car and pitching people. So again, these are services you guys can provide. Like it's not just one size fits all. Like you can carve out your little lane and provide super niche solutions, and you can be the king of that thing and crush it. I mean, there's some pretty
You'll
brilliant
only
people out there.
figure it out though if you just start doing stuff.
Bam. I was just about to say that. And also,
you didn't know what you were going to do. You started doing stuff. You realized I needed content. You gave me content. You realized building bots. You did that. You realized people needed help selling bots. So now you're doing that. But if you hadn't taken the initial step and just started doing stuff and did more planning, you wouldn't be where you are now.
you are
Oh
correct.
yeah, we like I said, we got stuck in that trap of like plan. Let's make sure this stuff's perfect. It was perfect. We weren't making a dime. And then it was like, you know what? Let's just go head first into this thing. And I don't know what book or where I heard it from, but they said you can't steer a parked car. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, yeah, you got to get going before you can steer and like, you know, end up at your destination. And I always tell people too, like, have you ever seen an interview of mine? I always say, I'm the type, I'm just going to like go ride till the wheels fall off. I'll duct tape them back on. And when I get to my destination, you know, I'll figure out how to fix it the proper way. But most people don't even get started because they're trying to make sure stuff's perfect or like feeling like they're ready. Like you're never going to feel like you're ready. Like it's, you know, one of those things. So just get out there and do it. You're going to crash, you're going to burn, you're going to learn, and then you'll be great. So, and then you can teach people from your experiences.
I want to review just a little bit, and then we can go into some questions maybe. Most important thing, find your audience where the money lives. Find that silo. Okay, make sure you write that down. Have action items around finding that audience if you don't know where it is. So whoever your audience is, find them. Think of ideas on how to give them value. So think of what you're good at, even if it's not the product you're selling. Think of what you're good at. If you're good at woodworking and it's a tattoo shop and someone says they really want to make a chair for their dying mother, man, you help them learn how to make that chair. That is the value. Think of ways you can provide value to this group based on your skill set. Then think of tools you can promote to help add value. You know, that's why we're all here. What tools can you promote to add value to these people? And then the last part, not dealing with the promoter side of it, but equally important to keep people fulfilled and successful, is how can you be a pillar? How can you put in your time and energy and actually do work for your own product, service, experience to help these people?
Yeah, and if you guys follow like exactly what Bryce just like laid out, like that is the blueprint. And like people always think like if it's so simple, it must not work, or like it needs to be complex. Like honestly, like I love a Da Vinci quote. It says simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. Like keeping things super simple, and like when you define your audience and you are doing that thing, these things can live simultaneously. Like it's not that hard for us because we're actively doing this and experiencing the same things we're teaching our people about. We're just documenting our process, and we understand that if people want to be able to recreate this, we're just making it so well documented that we can easily share these tools and resources with others that are following in our footsteps. So again, these things can coexist. It's not like you're trying to run two separate businesses, but you can certainly benefit by solving problems for one person and then making resources that help the masses. And again, give as much out there as you can as far as value, because the right people are going to be attracted to you anyways. The right people that want to pay for that speed to success are going to be attracted, and they're going to do business with you regardless. So
now you guys have stuff that you're doing that I'm not going to do. One of them is this school group where you teach people how to sell. And you'll even, as you said, hop on calls with people and help them sell. Like by any means necessary, you make sure people are going to be successful. That's not something I'm going to do at CloseBot because I'm so focused on product. I'm not like some of our competitors are so focused on all these bolt-on services that they can sell you on. I'm not going to do that. I'm product. But I know you guys need all of it. So I'm pushing you to Jeff and Charles plus for some of this stuff. Their school group is awesome. They're doing great things. And a lot of the people that stick around at CloseBot are people who have engaged with these people. So talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have a new school group called Bot Launch, and again, wouldn't exist without Closed Bot, hence Bot. So again, shout out Bryce and the whole team for making a phenomenal product.
Thank you all so much.
But yeah, we would love to invite anybody that wants to learn how to shortcut your journey to success. In our school group, just so you guys know, FYI, it's going to be a $199 a month type thing. However, we do have it open at $99 a month through the end of the month for CloseBot users. So you could join it. Again, not pitching it. I just want to let you know like what we're doing in there. So everything we've done, we've documented. I had one film guy when we started this. We now have about three.
Yeah.
We just got a new guy start yesterday who's making some amazing stuff, but we're documenting every time we're interacting with a client, whether that's in real life, we're recording our Zoom calls, and we're sharing that stuff. Like, we're scrubbing the names, businesses, stuff like that to protect privacy, but we're sharing that with you guys so you can see how we're interacting with people. We also provide resources in there, like literally scripts, like word for word, what we say, trainings on how we say them to get the result that we get, which is signing up more people for high ticket bot builds. You get all that stuff when you're in this community. But the cool thing I like about it, and comment if you guys are in here, because there's a lot of you guys that I see in here that are actually in our new school group and the accelerator. But yes, drop the link to the school group. Actually, I didn't even think about getting a link. You should go grab a link.
Grab that real quick.
But anyways, so we're doing that. We're also, again, we have 10 different methods we're using to get clients. Now, I'm not going to say all 10 are crushing for us. They're not. There's some that net us a couple clients here and there. There's some that's like netted us 3 clients this week. And we have 10 different ways of like how to attract clients. So whether you're an introvert and, you don't like talking to people like is scary, you don't want to walk into businesses like we do, we have methods for that. So there's 10 different methods on how you could be going out and getting clients. And actually, shout out to Tracy. I saw him pop in here. They highly recommend the school group. Oh, freaking awesome. Oh, thank you guys for like all the support.
That is
comments.
so cool. Wait, hold on. That is wow.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So cool.
I love you guys. Sorry. But so again, like we're literally like giving everything away. If you guys know me, I'm anti-guru. Like I don't like the people that are out there. I won't say any names or anything like that, but like that are teaching things that they've not necessarily done. So I want you guys to know that like anything we're teaching in there, we're actually actively doing. Like we're not going to point you in the direction and say shoot if that's not a direction we've like looked and shot before. We're showing you what our successes are. We're also sharing the failures. Like there's a 10K close that I didn't close. Like I actually got rejected, and I'm going to post that flop in there so you can see that even Jeff Lopez gets rejected on sales calls and how I dealt with it. So you guys are going to see that. So and the other thing that we're going to do starting this month is we're going to have a process to where you can submit if you got a deal, and we're going to make a calendar option available if we select your deal. I'll literally hop on your call with you side by side. You can say Jeff works for you. I'll be your guy, and we're going to pitch that deal together. So we've closed a couple deals like that with clients. I've hopped on. We just pitched a 10K deal with Joey Brown. He's on here. And we got a follow-up call very, very soon for that one. So I'm really excited, but I want to do everything I can to like help you guys get out into the marketplace, because if you don't get going, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to solve any problems, and you're not going to have a great experience. The thing I hate to see with people in business is they're just so distracted by shiny objects that they buy and consume. They just don't actually go out there and do. So like our school group's all about just getting out and going. So again, you heard a lot about sales, and then Mr. Bot Daddy himself, we have a whole course that drops 3 days, 15. Yep. How he builds bots that we're selling for $5,000 to $15,000 plus. So you guys are gonna get that course to be able to build bots. Like we don't want to, we'll do the support calls, but I don't want to just take your guys' money and hop on these support calls to fix things that we can just teach you how to do. So everything we're doing, we're going to teach you and empower you how to do it. And then you can ask questions, get feedback. We're going to audit your offers, teach you how to make them sexy. And yeah, there's probably more stuff in there, but I love this stuff. Like this is like our main focus. And again, just so you guys know, like this isn't all we do. We're not the gurus that make our money by teaching people. Like I run a 8-figure company that just crossed $45 million in sales. I run multiple 7-figure companies, and we run a multi 6-figure supplement company that was like birthed last year. And again, we've applied AI to all of these and saw how well it worked. Now we're just teaching you how we applied these for even a 8-figure business. And we're using those same sales systems and giving you guys to sell to your clients. Because again, we've done it at such a different levels. It works in any aspect. So we just want to shortcut your journey to success. Sorry, I don't know if I took too much time there, Bryce, but
no, you're good.
I started to get going.
I want to highlight too. Remember, product, services, experiences. Mm-hmm. You need a company needs at least 2 to exist to be successful. We don't have experiences yet. Maybe we will. Go High Level has their events they put on. They've realized they need the 3. I've also realized I'm a human. I don't have the time to put in this insane amount of effort these guys are putting into the services side. So it allows me to stay in product. Again, see where you guys fit. And that's the value you provide. I feel like, do we have time to have people ask questions?
Oh yeah.
Engage with us a little?
Yeah. Ask away. And I'm an open book. You can ask absolutely anything.
So
Just so you guys know.
questions
Oh, go ahead.
at Jeff and Charles. Let's direct these questions at Jeff and Charles, plus.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. Raise your hand or there we go. Carrie's got a question. Let's get it.
So quick question for you guys. So, you know, I tell a lot of people about Go High Level, which is fine. I feel like CloseBot is so new, and that's like where we're getting the recurring income. So I feel like that's the only thing stopping me from being a promoter. I'm using it and selling it and doing it. So I know you guys have a lot of agency owners. So besides someone who owns an agency, in like, you know, the high level groups, how would you guys promote Go High Level or CloseBot? Because, you know, we're kind of trying to keep that a little more white labeled or not white labeled at this point, I think, for most of us.
Gotcha. So first off, don't ever fear like white label versus not white label. We're actually considering just making the switch to promoting CloseBot like as the forefront, because CloseBot's only going to get bigger. Like the technology is so good. The people we're going after, they don't want to learn CloseBot. So if I need to sign them up under an affiliate to get their own CloseBot account and we build out in their account, that is certainly an option that you can do. And I don't think you're going to lose business to it, or like, oh, if people find out it's CloseBot, they're going to bypass me. They can't build a bot like Carrie Franks. Like you can try. How long has it taken you to get to how good you are at building these bots? You think a business owner is going to have time? They still can't do it. Yeah, like so again, yeah, don't fear that. But we think that we're going to start leaning toward like putting CloseBot as the forefront, and then just signing people up for their own individual account. So we're always operating in there. There's opportunity for affiliate commission, and then also they feel more empowered that way. But at the same time, like our clients, they're paying for us to manage that, and we're not going to lose them because they don't want to do it. And if the first time they break it, they'll notice that, or they'll know that, oh, I'm just going to pay those guys to handle it. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, so you're okay at having them take the subscription and then just put it under your affiliate, like I would do, like my Go High Level.
And it depends. Some people like that level of control, and for those people, say, you know what, that's fine. Yep. Use this link. Go get your own account. I'll still help you. But like, if you want to tinker and control things and have access to support by yourself, that's cool. Otherwise, I can manage it for you. Like, you just let me know. They'll guide you.
Yep, and you can still command a colossal onboarding or setup fee, whether they're using your account or not, because again, it's your experience. What's the story that people tell? It's like, oh, the guy that charged $25,000 to fix a boat, pulled up, had a wrench, hit it in a spot, it works, sent him an invoice. It's like, oh, why did it cost so much? It's like, it took you like 10 seconds. Like, well, it took me 10 seconds to know, or it took me 25 years to know where to hit it. Like that, you're paying for my expertise type of thing. So I probably butchered that story. However, same type of thing though. Like they're paying for your expertise.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question. Let's get it. Oh, and if I got a couple hands raised. Amanda, did you have a question? I saw your hand was on there. Let's get it.
Yeah. What can you do as an affiliate? We'll talk about CloseBot specifically, just to kind of set yourself apart from other affiliates, because that's the biggest challenge I've had as an affiliate for anything really, is just doing something different where it's not going to make them want to go to someone else that has whatever 10 bots instead of 2 or whatever it is.
Beautiful question. So let me tell you the secret sauce in marketing, greatest secret of all time. It's not really a big secret, but all you got to do is like, so you're actually out here doing this. First off, you crush webinars. Like I know that personally about you. So you have some experience that people do not necessarily have. Document everything that you're doing, the trials, the tribulations, the obstacles that you overcame and how you overcame them, and just start documenting that type of stuff. So like our sales scripts, I didn't think they were anything special at all, but we get a lot of people that sign up for CloseBot. It's like, hey, when you sign up, we're going to give you a couple of real recordings of us showing you how we close the deal, as well as our client conversion scripts. So the secret in marketing is just making your process or framework sound proprietary. So when people sign up with you, like, you know, if they're signing up with Laura or Bryce, we don't have Amanda's amazing, you know, webinar template or again, just giving you examples, or her client conversion scripts. But the more proprietary things that you can have and just document your process and give it a fancy name, you sound proprietary. It sounds like massive value. And that's how you're going to get people. But again, the more you document your journey and you have success and just document that, the more you have to give. And you didn't have to go out of your way to do it. You just remembered, here's what I had to do to overcome this. Hey, you're going to get my 10-step checklist to make sure that you don't take the missteps that I took that took me 3 extra months to land my first sale. I'm going to shortcut your journey to success. Get my Amanda Santos framework to success in 2 months, you know, whatever it is. Like, so again, just
I'm
think
gonna
about a
add to
package that
that
stuff.
too, Jeff. We've had people come into support and they are like, I just want to make extra before I buy. That it's going to go to Jeff because they've been so helpful. If you provide value for free, when it comes time, like it doesn't matter what other people are offering. They're going to be
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Like Amanda was there when I needed a person, and she's got my money.
Yeah, and that's a great point to add. Like a lot of the people coming from like Go High Level that were talking about AI, I would just go in there and somebody's like, "Oh, Zappy chat versus conversational AI," and I would just be like, "I'd love to hop on a call to answer any of your questions
Oh, we
or
did
concerns."
so many calls.
And I would just
Yeah.
do like a 20-minute call, and I would tell them that I use Closebot. I'm like, "You don't have to use Closebot. This is personally what I use. This is what I've done." And then they have like questions or concerns. Oh, well, can it do this? Can it do this? Can it use custom fields? Can it use custom? I'm like, absolutely, it can. I can even show you real quick. And sometimes I'll even like demo it, and then at that point they're hooked. And again, I preach the product because I actually love it and I know it works and I know I can sell it. So why not help somebody else? So yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Be that friendly face and helping hand. People remember you. But again, document your process, proprietize it. And now I have this stack of stuff that you get when you sign up with me that you don't get anywhere else. Why would I go anywhere else? Sweet. All right. What are the questions we got? Anything. Nothing's off limits. Yeah.
If nobody has anything, I just want to say thank you real quick before we end off or whatever that looks like to Closebot and Bryce and Laura and everybody at the Closebot team. Like 22 years old, literally like crazy, like in the craziest position of my life. So a huge, huge shout out to everybody who's like I've hopped on calls with, the Bryce. It's truly amazing. Like I can shed a tear right now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, and real quick, not to brag, but you're 22 years old. You just looked at your 4 weeks on Stripe. What was that?
I don't know.
You know.
Yes.
You know.
Come on, Charles, it's all right.
Can't. Maybe y'all DM me after and I'll tell you.
I'm gonna tell you. So he just looked at his 4 weeks in Stripe. This is a brand new account we set up specifically for the AI because like our other companies were rolling that out in those niches, but like the new one, this last 4 weeks was an extra 33K. That was not recurring subscription. So again, a 22-year-old ex-construction worker just made an $33,000 in a month. Not saying you guys are gonna do that. I'm just saying that this man did, and I just want that to be inspiring because all he did was provide value, figure things out, and then help people. And it just made him very confident too when he was figuring this stuff out. Oh, we got another question.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Bryce because for a business
Oh,
owner
thank you.
focused on product, you go in and answer so many of our questions. You like always are there. You post every day what you're doing, and just know that like that for us on the user side, and we have Jeff and Charles trying to do that, but from an owner side, there's like no way I would go somewhere else because of the dedication that you have, and it's so obvious, and that's just so cool. Thank you.
Gonna make me cry.
I'm saying we could cry together.
You sure? It's a cry fest, so thanks.
Cry fest.
I'm
Can I-
obsessive.
Can I just add something to that, you guys? For you, Bryce, the replies that you put in the group, you're real. You know, so many guys that come up with these new products and they promise the world, oh yeah, we can make it do that. But you're just like, look, this is our product. This is why it's good. This is our lane, and we're going to stay in it because it's working so well. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. It's really hard. I'm not a people and salesperson, so sometimes people call my baby ugly, and I take offense to it, and I have to take a step back and respond in a really positive, non-negative way. Sometimes I do let some negativity slip in there, but it's because people call my baby ugly sometimes. But just know I love all of you guys, and I think it's obvious from me hopping in and engaging so much in the group that I love you.
Real estate or crypto or
Absolutely. Real quick, so I saw another question in the chat. I'll answer if we got time. And then also, if you guys are cool, if you guys want like our client conversion scripts, I will literally drop the document in here. Just like put like a 1 in the chat if you guys want. Free. You guys can have like our exact scripts that we're going over with the demo. So if you guys want to close the deals,
Bryce? Is that Brett?
Yeah,
Bryce wants it.
What? Yeah, I'll teach you how to. Yeah, I got you. And then also, there's some new scripts that we just released yesterday called casual convos. So like when you find these Facebook groups, literally give you 10 ways that you could make posts of content that's non-invasive, non-salesy whatsoever. I'll tack those on the end of this. So let me grab this for you real quick. And then somebody asked, are we doing demos of the software? Let me make sure you see here. Are you
Scroll up. Right
sorry,
there.
it's way up here. Oh, do you do any demo for clients? Yeah, so use it like a self-selling bot works really, really well. We built what we call a backdoor. So it's just connected to a form. I think it's similar to like Bryce's self-selling demo, but it goes hand in hand with our client conversion script. So again, the biggest things I'm wanting to know when I meet with any client, whether it's in person, on Zoom, or on a phone call, we're really just trying to define, hey, what are you doing for marketing right now? And I'm going to go real nutshell right here, but what are you doing for marketing right now? Okay, how many people per month is that getting you? Okay, great. You're getting 15 people from Facebook ads per month. How many of those people actually turn into like business for you? Like how many actually buy from you? And then when I understand that, I'm asking what's the thing that you're selling the most of, or like, is that for a specific offer? So in the instance of an electrician that we work with now, they are running Facebook ads. They were getting like 45 people, or no, it was 15 people a month opting in for a Tesla supercharger install. The average price point was $1,500. So I'm defining all that information and we're putting that into our self-selling bot. What questions do you ask them to qualify them? And then we just give them a real quick demo and we make them go through it while they're on the call there so we can watch them and answer questions. So we're asking all that stuff. And then I'm just taking that, oh, you're making, or $1,500 is the average sell. What if our AI could help you achieve an extra one of those per month? That's $18,000 per year. And they'll have just gone through the demo and they see how sophisticated it is. And we say, hey, if all it did was net you one of these per month, like, is that worth $5,000 to you or whatever we're pitching it at? And of course, they always say yes. And so that's typically what we're doing. Super, super simple demo. We're not building out anything complex, just self-selling demo. And we tell them, imagine if we actually trained this thing for your business, how much better that would be. So again, in a nutshell, that's what we're doing. Simple demo, client conversion scripts, which I'm dropping in the chat as we speak. Sorry, I was trying to find them. I'm not great at multitasking, but there you go. You guys have client conversion scripts in the chat there. And then let me grab the casual convo ones. And don't worry, I'll drop these in the closed bot group too. So if you don't get to them fast enough. Does anybody else have any other questions or anything though? I want to answer those. And I know we got to get going here because there's more announcements today. Bryce, isn't that right?
Yeah. Speaking of, we have a secret announcement here in an hour. Immediately after this call here, we have a real estate one going with Ofer. He's a preferred partner, and I'll be after that doing an announcement on some big news for CloseBot. So he'll want to hop on that.
Okay. Heck yeah. And Ofer, if you guys don't know Ofer, man is an absolute freaking genius. So he's about to show you something really cool. We're getting our feet wet in real estate. We have like 2 people we work with in real estate. But I cannot wait to watch his demo because I think we're gonna like really go after the real estate market with what he built. So super sick. So all right, well that's all I got. I put the stuff in the chat, guys. So grab that free in there. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me or Charles on we're pretty friendly in DMs. But yeah, any questions whatsoever. We'd love to see you in our school group, but by all means, if you don't need it, don't get it. Ask questions in the group. We'll still be a helping hand in there as well. So
thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Have a great day.